lots for a special screening. So give yourselves a big round of applause, a big cheer. Thank you all so much.
To all of you guys, by the way. This is insane. Like, the fact that also we're getting to experience this with you guys in a movie theater is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I know you're speechless. I absolutely know you're speechless. It's been this whole trip. Such for everybody here who had no clue that you're going to be part of this screening, but of course they want to know, how does it feel playing these respective characters? I got to start with you, of course, Gordon, because you're playing Aang, and of course they're all looking at you right now.
I mean, truly, it is an honor to play such an iconic character, and I mean,
They said they want one more. They haven't even seen the first episode yet.
Well, it's just really an honor, and I'm so glad I get to portray this character, and, well, with a fan base like this, how could you not be excited? I mean, like, y'all are amazing. But, I'm kind of let down. You guys are on his side, like, I thought we were friends, you know? But, yeah, I like this, I like this.
Well, before we get to the Fire Nation, how about one more cheer for Air Nomads? Now, our prince over here, Prince Zuko. How about one more time for Dallas and the Fire Nation? All right, Dallas, of course, how has it been? Because as we talked about earlier, everybody says you are the exact opposite of your character, but you do such a great job. So how was it? How was the whole process like?
It's been a dream come true. I think Zuko is one of the most emotionally complex characters, so, you know, not only as an actor and an artist, but as a fan of this series, this is the juiciest role. Zuko has certainly has the most trauma, certainly has the most interesting haircut, and definitely the most signature scar. But I think, you know, it's been such a blessing to be working with Gordon, with Albert Kim, our wonderful showrunner, our writers, Ian Owsley and Gao and Dio, who, you know, unfortunately weren't able to join us here, but, you know, we're representing them. So I hope that, you know, when you guys watch all of these, you know, portrayals of our characters, you know, it feels very familiar, but you're able to see that these are real life people dealing with real life situations in this beautiful, fantastical world that the animated series has created.
So I'm sure yes, please give him a cheer for that. Please. And of course, can you give him one more cheer for having to shave his head at 4 a.m.? That's how much he loves this role. But of course, speaking of your roles, you touched on it earlier. You had, of course, good characters on set, good relationships. Gordon, how was it like? You created this family on set. How was it like with the dynamics with you with the rest of the cast members? Because they want to hear what happened behind the scenes, because they're going to see what's on the screen right now.
I mean, I'm really excited for you guys to see this because it's awesome. And it was really great working with Gao and Dio and Ian. Like, they're truly my family, and there's no one better I could have done this with, so...
Yeah, me too, right?
And real quick, let's hear it for Gao and Dio and Ian, because they're not here. Come on, let's get it. Yeah.
For everybody who is taking photos and videos right now, tag both of them. So the next time, and no pressure, if there is a next time, we want to have them over as well. How about a cheer for both of them? Yeah? Yeah? Of course, I do have to get to you, Dallas, because you had different dynamics, but of course you had brotherly and fatherly figures for you. Dan Day Kim, you had Paul as well. How were your dynamics like with both of them?
They're, I think, very different because I really wanted to play into the on-screen relationships. So my relationship with Daniel Day Kim, you know, I was very intimidated. I feared him, honestly, just not by his looks, but by his presence. Right, the atmosphere around him when he walked on set was very powerful, and I certainly played into that, I think, on camera, and when you guys watch these future episodes, which you'll see whenever it drops tomorrow. But with Paul, dude is so funny. Like, when I'm doing a scene, you know, like, especially a serious one, sometimes he'll just break out and make, like, the goofiest face. and you know, during some of our comedic scenes where you get to see Zuko and Iroh, you know, not necessarily only chasing the avatar but trying to find clues. We get to improvise and banter a little bit as our characters, and it's truly a very heartwarming experience because it reminds you of the animated series.
So no pressure again to the production and people over at Netflix. We do want to see all the bloopers. Because what you're talking about right now, everybody who wants to see, of course, on screen. But man, it has been such a ride for both of you here. Speaking of a great ride, you have Pinoy heritage, Gordon. And this has been a crazy ride for you because you have such a rabid fan base here. You have people behind you here. How is it like being here in the Philippines? And is there anywhere in particular you want to go when you have time?
Well, it has been amazing being here because I'm in my homeland. Come on, Philippines. My mother's actually from Laguna, but I'm gonna be working quite a bit, so I don't think I'm gonna have much time to go there. But since I'm here, I'm gonna eat some Jollibee. Gonna have some adobo. Yeah. Gonna eat some halo-halo. I don't know. We're gonna have a good time. I mean, I didn't really know how passionate the Philippines was about the show until I got here. Like, y'all are amazing.
Hey, you also have to give him a big cheer because this guy, even though he wasn't born during the time it came out, he watched it more than 26 times. The entire thing.
Y'all heard that 26 times? Yeah.
Yeah, it's older than some people in the audience actually right now. But Dallas, of course, I do have to say, you are trending on TikTok, by the way, just so you know. I think I forgot what the hashtag was. It's like Fire Nation converts. Something like that. And a whole lot of them are coming from the Philippines, by the way. But of course, you've been here for a couple of days now. I know you're heading out soon. How's the whole experience been, and where do you want to go if you ever get the chance to? Any food also you want to eat, or?
I really want to go just visit any local spots for food or like where, I mean, I just want to visit things that I guess you wouldn't really see on TikTok, where like the, you know, people of the Philippines are really spending their time and hanging out with each other. I think that's what I want to do more than anything when you travel.
And I'm sure everybody here wants to spend time with you. Do you want to spend time with Dallas?
Put me onto some spots, guys. I need to know.
Oh, you're asking for that. Everybody's gonna tag you and send you messages right after this. So, my address. Sadly, maybe email address will be as far as it gets at the moment. All kidding aside, of course. Before we let them watch the episode right now, is there anything you'd like to tell them? Because we have, of course, a special photo right after this. Dallas?
Ian Owsley with his shirt off is quite handsome.
God.
They're gonna look out for that, just so you know.
I want to give a thank you to all of you guys here, but more important, even more, the entirety of the Philippines for supporting me and Gordon through this process. You know, coming into this show, there's obviously a lot of expectations regarding characters, storylines, and things like that, and you know, everyone who made this show is a die-hard fan. Obviously, you have Albert Kim, our showrunner, but everyone from our transportation team on set to the people feeding us, our crafty team, this is truly like a fan-made series. You know what I mean? Like, yes, people who honestly genuinely love the show, and I hope that you guys are able to feel that love when you're watching the characters that you all know and love on screen. And obviously the bending is really bad.
Yes. Give them a big round of applause. They both spent 6 weeks learning how to do the proper bending. 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, 6 weeks of boot camp. We got to learn every single style of bending. And it was a process that was sort of ingrained into us, so when it came time to shoot, it all felt natural and there were no hiccups.
Well, of course, we do want to hear one more time from you, Gordon. Before we get to your photo op with everybody here in the audience, Pinoy fan base, you carry, of course, a whole lot of weight with this. What do you want to say to all the fans here right now?
I love you guys, man. It's my people. Let's do this.
And with that,